Hello, hello, this is Samatari here, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise. So, in the last episode, we managed to defeat Magna Malo, and we finished the first part of the solo play. And so now we're on to 5-star quests, which is actually pretty exciting. We got a new weapon, which is the hand-me-down sword line, which might come in handy later. And something that I didn't show the last time was we actually unlocked the melding pot. So the melding pot is actually very useful in making talismans and some other things that we can use to essentially add to our armor and make it a lot better later. Talismans are actually essential for certain types of builds, and so it's something super duper important. So there's that. Other than that, I went ahead and I completed a few different things. I actually completed a couple of Dongo quests, which then upgraded our little Dongo shop. So now we have these crates over here with that Dongo that looks like it's about to pour out, and this cute little bunny marshmallow. Oh man, I love it when they do this. So freaking funny. Anyways, I don't know. But yeah, so we went ahead and we did that. I also hired some more buddies. I've been hiring them and naming them after dogs I had in the past, which is kind of cheesy, but yeah. So we have a few upgrades on the Meowcenaries, and we had a little bit of an update with the Argosy, but nothing super duper serious. I also completed a quest for our little Palamute guy over here, which gave us a new weapon as well. And I actually got the Buddy Scroll from the Buddy Plaza, but we're not really doing anything with that at the moment. So let's go ahead and see what we have for our 5-star quests. I do want to go ahead and finish off the 4-star quests with the Volvadon and Pookie Pookie. And then if we have time still, I want to start getting into our 5-star quests. So that you can see what those monsters look like. I am so excited to fight Zinogre. It is one of my favorites as far as like looks. Anjanath is a pain, but it is also really cool. But Mizitsune is one of my absolute favorites. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Volvadon and get that underway. And we'll go ahead and eat as Hinoa has recommended. Right. So we're just gonna order our usual. I did get the new Magna Malo stuff, like as far as the Dongo, but I'm not really gonna use it at this time. I think I'm just gonna go with our normal, because we haven't really experienced that much of a challenge yet, but once we get into the more challenging stuff, I might switch it up a little bit. So, but as you already know, now that we have our mission and we've eaten, it is time for us to depart.
Austere mountains, devoid of reason and laws. A rounded mass descends, made of fangs and claws. Tumbling, closer and closer. And when it unfurls, your time will be over.
Alright, so that was Volvadon. So like Basarios, Volvadon has a lot of armor and does have status effects as well. So there is that. But yeah, so Volvadon can be a pain only because of the armor. Obviously, if he furls up, he's going to be harder to hit, which is just going to make things 10 times more complicated. Can I get up on that rock over there? Oh, I wonder. But yeah, so Volvadon, mostly fire attacks, I believe? I don't really remember. I just fought this thing the other day, but I fought the anomalous version, and so I kind of just forget. What is this underneath here? A thingy? A secret? I like secrets. This looks like a secret. Hello? Secret? Aha! This is a secret! Gimme! Oh, it looks like there was a fire pit here. I wonder if this is a thing, like, I can explode. Let me see. No, I want off. I want off this ride. Let me see. Alright. Move out of the way. Yeah. Yes? No. Okay, never mind. So, I guess there's these... It's probably one of those places where a strange creature pops up. So, on top of there being, like, the relic records and stuff, there will occasionally be these, like, lucky life animals. They're, like, super duper, like, rare animals. And they just kind of, like, pop up out of the ground and stuff, and you're supposed to, like, take pictures of them, and it's supposed to be, like, a secret sort of, like, achievement or something. I don't know. It does something. I'm just really not sure what it does. Actually, why'd I go... I didn't want to go down there. But it is kind of cool to see that I could have gotten here another way, but this was the more obvious way. Anyways... I just love exploring. Like, I love when there's more to a game than just, like, the basic, you know? Because it's one thing to be like, oh, well, you know, Monster Hunter's about hunting monsters, but it's a lot cooler if you could be like, oh, you also can explore, and you can fish, and you can, you know, collect stuff, you know? And, you know, I just feel like I like games a lot more when they contain that sort of substance. Damn. Alright, so there is an invisible wall there, so we should probably just stop messing around, I guess. But I just had to try it, you know? Sometimes you just see something, you're like, alright, I gotta try that. So, I can't even, you know, I don't even have to justify it, you know? It's my curiosity. That, and like I said, because I don't remember where all the relic records are, occasionally when I'm like, huh, you know, this tickles my brain in a funny way, I'm just like, I wonder if. So it's just one of those things where that's how it felt. I was like, I wonder if. Oh, there's Volvidon. Hello? Hello, hi. Alright, so weaker monster. He's got a weaker roar. He hasn't given us any roars that have really stunned us yet. This guy is really fast, though. So as you can see, his moves are very reminiscent of the Azyros and the Lagombi. And I guess that's kind of like the only thing that gets me with these types of monsters is that they kind of just, I don't know, sometimes the smaller monsters like this, they kind of feel the same. Obviously, like, the bigger monsters will feel a little bit more unique, but I guess the transitional monsters... Good thing my Palamute can negate paralysis. But the transitional monsters, I guess, is what I call them, because they're kind of like your introductory to like the different ranks and stuff. And they obviously have like weapons and gear that you're actually like probably not going to use because it's gonna be weaker than something like a Rathian or Rathalos or something like that. But yeah, all these types of monsters, like I said, they kind of just feel the same. It's just like, okay, Azyros is Shrine, you know, Shrine monster. Lagombi is Frost Island's Azyros. Freaking Volvidon is freaking, you know, the lava plains or whatever. It's the, you know, the fire level. It's the fire level Azyros, you know? But yeah, that is kind of how it feels, to an extent, so... I just wish that monsters like this had a little bit more, I guess, variation to them. Because, like, in terms of looks, it looks okay, but even the models look a little similar in how they are. You have, you know, freaking huge body, tiny head, and stubby tail. So they even share a lot of traits with each other. But I can only imagine that probably making a lot of monsters is really, really hard. And I do like the idea of an armadillo monster, and its movements and stuff. Like I said, it's super fast, but I can't really say it's any faster than, like, say, a freaking Lagombi sliding on snow. So, oh, I thought I was going to be able to dodge that a little bit better. But at least this wasn't like a multi-slam thing. Brace myself for what?
Leave this monster to me!
But yeah, your hunter will sometimes give you cues on what the monster is doing, so if they say brace yourself, then a lot of the times you are going to find that they are going to do like a special attack, and that you should get out of the way. Now, the other day I did a block, and I really need to remember how to do that. Because I know I have one that uses the fire bugs, but I kind of just forget how to do it. His paralysis attacks are annoying, but could be worse. Could be worse.
Are you ready?
Ugh. His body's a little bit heavier than mine. Man, this guy's just tearing me apart.
Face my fury!
I mean, not really, because, I mean, I'm not dead, obviously, or near dying, but still. I'm just really bad at dodging today. But I'm also really tired. I just had a heck of a day, honestly. So,
It's severely wounded!
it's never fun being short-staffed at work, so. Anybody that has a very active sort of job, I think, can understand. Alright, so we have sharpened. We are just chasing down this I almost said Azyros, see? Because I just think of it automatically. Volvidon. We are chasing down this Volvidon. But yeah, ooh, monster part. I wonder what it's from. Gimme you. Oh, a Great Roggy? Not bad. I always just get excited when I get, like, free monster parts, you know? Like, you don't have to hunt for them, you don't have to do anything for it. Yeah, you take a nap. You do that. You sleep. You rest. I always did wonder, because, like, I remember Roto telling me, like, oh, if they're resting, it's because, you know, they're nearly dead and they need to recover some health. I wonder what the rate of health for, like, recovery is. Like, how much do they gain for sleeping? And I know that there's, like, obviously going to be a calculation out there somewhere, but I have not found it yet, so. Paralysis sac.
I shall put this to good use.
Nice. And a Volvidon Claw.
Sorry,
Nice.
but duty calls.
And all these things, anyways, they won't really matter too much once we get into high rank, because there's low rank materials, high rank materials, and then master rank materials. So it's just like, even though I'm getting materials now, you know, like I said, if I don't change out my weapons anytime soon, then, honestly, like, it won't mean anything.
Our quest is completed!
Though I think there are some things that use, like, low rank or, like, older, like, items, but I don't really remember. It's been a long time since I've really had to craft anything. Your notebook has been updated, because we have a new monster. Okay. Hey.
Bunny Dongo are a taste of heaven.
I really want to taste Bunny Dongo. I don't know, she keeps talking about it, now I'm thinking about it. Alright, mushrooms.
Which quest?
Alright, and now we are going to do the Pookie Pookie.
Be careful out there.
Mr. Poison Lizard. Pookie Pookie is another one of those, like, or not animals, monsters that I end up fighting a lot in Monster Hunter now. And you'd think that I would use the armor or, like, use the weapons or stuff, but they're just kind of useless.
That'll do.
Alright. So, as I said, Pookie Pookie is a poisonous creature. As far as its moveset goes, mostly you just have to watch out for it spitting venom. Its tail can also, I think, produce poison. I think it opens up, yeah, it opens up and can produce poisonous mist or smoke. So that is something that it can do. It has a long tongue, so its attacks do range quite a lot. There was a monster in Generations Ultimate that I think was like the beta for Pookie Pookie, just because their models are very similar and the way that they behave is very similar. But anyways, so now that we've eaten, we've chosen our mission, it is, of course, time to depart.
An evening stroll. Looking for a snack to swallow whole. Never mind the taste. Satiety is the goal. Not enough, not enough. The beast growls for more. Anything is game for a true omnivore.
The hunt is on!
Me when I want a midnight snack. Ooh, there's a fishing spot just right there. Cute. I love Pookie Pookie's little goofy eyes. Like, during that cutscene, it's just like, I don't know, something about it is just really adorable to me.
Let us move!
I want to go in there. But I don't even think that's a thing I can do. But I see, like, little spots like that, and I'm like, ah, that's a hidey hole. And it's like, it's really not, but it looks like it should be. And then I'm really envious when I can't actually, like, go there and do the thing. I honestly, like, part of me is like, oh man, I should go to the temple because it's along the way, and then I should just, you know, I should get the relic right there because it's like, it's awesome, and maybe we'll run into the secret snake, but that's a lot of work.
Looks useful.
It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work I don't want to do. Maybe I'll start another account sometime and just do relic record stuff. I don't know. Who knows? Hello? Ugh.
There's the target!
So I was talking to a friend the other day about using longsword because, like, originally my main weapon really was Insect Glaive, and I feel like Insect Glaive had a lot of cool movements, had a lot of aerial movements, was just very satisfying to use. But, like, my whole thing is, I felt as if Longsword, despite the fact that I really like it, I felt like Longsword just ended up being this weapon that, it's obviously a comfort weapon, it's very easy to use, you don't have to worry too much about, like, the move set, because it's pretty limited, all things considered. And I guess that's what really bugs me, because, like, Charge Blade and stuff, and, like, Switch Axe, which look very complicated to me, and those are Roto's, like, favorites and stuff. He, you know, like, he makes it seem like he's doing, like, a crap ton of stuff, you know, whenever he's using moves and whatnot. And it's like, I only end up using, like, 2 or 3 freaking moves, you know? And it's just like, and I know that, like, there's more, like, there's ways to strategize so that you're, you know, doing more damage, and so that you're, you know, there's, like, a rotation of everything, and builds part of it, freaking, your forms part of it, like, there's so much to it. Like, trust me, I get it. Ooh, tail. Like, trust me, I definitely get it. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe, I always just feel like maybe I'm doing something wrong.
This is bad.
Uh-oh. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Keep attacking!
Give me your tail. Alright. I wonder. But yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, I always wonder if I'm doing something wrong. Just because, like...
Let us move!
But yeah, I always wondered if I was doing something wrong just for the sheer fact of, like... I felt like... where's the Jewel Lily? What? Oh, right there. Interesting. Give me you. Can I actually, like, where does that shoot me to? Higher up? I feel like this is cheating. Oh, that's right, because where we're actually going is up here. There we go. Alright, since we're already here, you know. I really don't want to blow up myself, so... Thank you. Alright. Gimme you.
Excuse me.
Alright.
What's useful?
And for everybody that's like, oh my gosh, where's the secret snake? The secret snake is in a different location. It's near here. It's in a little tunnel that is actually down there. But it's kind of annoying to get to because you have to land on these ledges, and if you happen to fall too quickly, you have to make sure that you use a wire bug in order to get there. And the secret snake will actually appear, the Quetzalcoatl, will actually appear right in this crack here. So, I was to say, putting a barrel bomb there does not do anything. Some people have been like, oh, you know, there's obviously like a crack in the floor, so you could do that. No, that actually doesn't do anything. So, trust me, I have tried it all. So, that doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't summon it. It's only by random chance that sometimes it'll appear. So, I mean, nice try and everything, but yeah, it ain't gonna do shit. But you can get some nice items, some really good ore, and some buggies and plants. But outside of that, yeah, it's just random chance if it shows up. And like I said, you'll want to get a picture of it. There's something else that you can do in order to get like a close-up picture or like something like that. I don't know. But I kind of forget what it is at the moment. But yeah, temple's really cool. Neat little spot. Probably one of my favorite to visit. And then you have this whole area back here, which a lot of people don't ever explore. But that's also pretty neat as well. I think there's a fishing spot back here somewhere. I just don't remember specifically where it's at. But yeah, and I believe that there's a relic somewhere around here. But again, I kind of just forget where it's at.
What's useful?
Or maybe I'm just thinking of getting the king rhino. Oh, here's the other fishing spot. Yeah, I was right. But yeah, the king rhinos is something that we'll probably have to get later. I find them annoying. Scale lizard. Nice. Armor spear. I find them annoying. But, what was that? Weird. Anyways, I'm just seeing things. I'm tired. My eyes are tired. And I'm old. My old eyes are tired. But yeah, like, I remember I had to get a king rhino for a quest, and it took me forever to find these things. Because back then I didn't really know how to use the sniff 'em out function. And so I was really struggling to find out where these things spawned, and I remember I, like, tried to, like, look them up online to figure out where they were spawning. And, that was kind of dumb of me, considering the fact that I literally could have just had my, Palamute sniff them out, But like I said, I just didn't know how to do that stuff back then, so god bugs or but yeah, this is just a really neat like little area back behind the temple. Like I said, a lot of good items back here. I believe, like I said, that there is another relic probably around here somewhere. I know that there's one definitely above the waterfall that I haven't gotten yet, but I can worry about all that later. But yeah, I do believe that there's another relic somewhere around here. I just can't really seem to remember where at the moment. And that's the thing, there's a lot of invisible walls around here too, so let's see, is it around here? No? 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 Okay. Is this an invisible wall? We're about to figure it out. Is it? No? Yep. Alright, so that is an invisible wall. Okay, fine. Anyways, should probably get back to doing what I was doing before I run out of stamina and everything else in between. Alright, so where did Pookie Pookie go? Oh, he's in the caverns. Nice. I love it when they run into random caverns. It's so fun to track them down. The caverns in the jungle area are pretty cool though, so I'm not even gonna, like, complain that much. Anywho, it's just a matter of trying to find them, find out where the entrances are, and what's the best way to access these levels. Oh, it seems like he's on the move though, so we're just gonna go this way. Oh, that might actually mean that he's not, like, he's not underground, he's actually on the higher levels? Maybe? Don't really know. I guess we're just gonna figure it out. Phew. But yeah, like I said, I could really... Oh, nope, he's underground. I really can't help myself, though. I love exploring, like, in levels, and I get hella distracted, obviously, if you haven't noticed.
Mission accomplished.
So I really just can't help myself. Alright, so he should be, yep, right here. Hi. Where are you going? Are you serious?
Let's have a closer
You
look.
baby back
Let's
ouch.
keep it up.
How freaking dare you? Okay. Alright, well he ran away because he's a scared little baby. And he didn't want his butt kicked, so we're gonna go this way. But yeah, so I was thinking about Monster Hunter now and how many monsters there are that honestly I think are really cool. I wish they would have added more monsters to Rise. Not necessarily just like after Sunbreak, mind you, like adding it with the DLC. But I meant just like, just in general, every once in a while to keep the game kind of like fresh. They could have added more monsters. Because like one thing that we're gonna kind of run into, especially in the DLC, is there are some really cool arenas. And I mean like really, really cool arenas. However, they are temporary. It's more like they're very closed off and there's really not much you can do there except for fight the monster. There's not a lot of, what's the word I'm searching for? Exploration. There's not a lot of, any of that. So you're literally just trapped to this one area, and that's just how it is. So, go ahead, fight each other, I don't care. Because, now that you've given me Tobi Kadachi,
Let us dance.
I can kick your butt. Wah wah! Fight me. Hi-ya! And I have aerial attack, so you can do nothing about it with your no tail. Hi-ya!
Masterful work.
Oh, nice. Oh, and he got in another one, too. Oh, man. Just a final hit for good measure.
Any last words?
Woof. That's rough. That is rough. I mean, he's probably gonna run again, though. Yeah, you get knocked down.
I'll show you no mercy!
Ooh. Some spirit blade smacks to the face. But yeah, like there's obviously like monsters from like Monster Hunter World, which I have not played yet, but I do plan on playing it. But there's obviously monsters from like Monster Hunter World, you know, that are in there. There's monsters, you know, from Monster Hunter Rise, but there's all these monsters that I personally have never fought or seen. And that's not even including the classic monsters from Generations Ultimate. So Generations Ultimate, like I said, there's this bird creature that I think was like the beta for what became Pookie Pookie. And like, it's so fascinating because their movesets are very, very similar. Their elements are similar. Like, just the way they freaking move around is all so similar. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, I wish we could see more of the other monsters in games like Rise, in more accessible games. Because some people might find Monster Hunter World to be a bit too intimidating for them. I know that the idea of it intimidates me, because everybody's like, oh man, it's so much harder, it's a much harder Monster Hunter, and, you know, I'm obviously not, I'm okay at this game, but I'm not, like, the best at this game. So yeah, so it's just one of those things where it's like, I worry about that. So I wish these really cool monsters could be in more accessible games, friendlier games, I guess, like, you know, Monster Hunter Rise. And we have a sale going on, so I guess we're gonna do Nargacuga. We'll save all the really, really cool monsters for the next one.
I've got some great bargains.
Ooh, a Kahoot? A Kahoot lottery? Can I have that? Give.
Try your luck.
Oh, yeah! We did it! Gimme! Heck yeah!
Got your fancy?
Nice. I finally get something. It's not my crystal cluster. It is not. It is not my crystal cluster. But you know, I will take it. Thank you for your loyal patronage. To express this gratitude, please accept this small
Happy
gift.
hunting.
Oh man, it's just potions. That is a pretty small gift, huh? Alright. So, when did I use my shock trap? Oh, I used it on the Somnicanth for the Dongo mission last time. I forgot. Alright, do we not have any shock traps? Oh, I'm on page 2. That would be why. Gimme you. Alright, and then gimme you. I need to make more trank bombs. So do I have the ability to do that? I do. So we're gonna go ahead and make 7 of those, just to make sure that they are in our thing. I'm gonna go ahead and make our traps, because we're going to use a lot of those. Large barrel bombs, yeah, let's go ahead and make those. These are supposed to auto-craft. I've set them up to auto-craft, but at the same time, I just feel like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Oh, and we can also take our melding things. So we're going to go ahead and take our talismans. Let's see what this is. Alright, we got poison resistance, fortify, nice, and blast resistance. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and try and do another blast resistance one. Let's see, value is 6. Magnum Mallow scales. We'll do 1. We'll do 2 of those.
Here we go.
Alright, and then let's see. I want one that gives me. Doubles the speed at which you heal recoverable damage. Recovery speed, which would be really, really good.
This is exciting.
And then we are going to go ahead and do Horn Maestro, Stamina Thief. Let's see. Excuse me. Now, Wall Runner would be actually useful for our, relic hunting, but I'm really not gonna need that. Fix stamina depletion, maybe? Maybe? I'm trying to find something I have a lot of, because this obviously takes material, but I really just don't have a lot to use, so we're just gonna go ahead and do these two for now.
Thank you for your patronage.
And I'm gonna see what this Kahoot lottery thing looks like, cause we gotta add to our house. So, all right. So let's go ahead and room customization, room interior. So we did get the Slayer of Malice. This scroll is still my favorite, but we do have this really cool Slayer of Malice, this Magna Malo tarp. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and do Slayer of Malice. Trinket 1, we have... Oh, that's right. Oh, the actual Kahoot lottery. Okay. Okay, alright. So in our trinkets, we have this over here. So we're gonna go ahead and add the Kahoot lottery to our little trinkets over here. And then, let's see. Where did I put the Izuchi? Anywhere? No? Okay. So we can go ahead and add the Izuchi right there. And trinket. No, trinket 1. There you go. There we go. Alright, so we have our Kimura twins that we won whenever I was playing with the red. We have the feline Daruma, which I won from a different lottery. And then we have the Kahoot lottery. I actually don't have any of these three on the Switch. So it's actually kind of exciting that I have these new things. So, but yeah. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. And then once we start collecting more relics, we'll get more statues that we can add here. And like I said, there's just a bunch of different items that we can get from the lottery. So, let's see. I have to wait until I get outside to save. But then I'm going to save as soon as it lets me. Oh, I can't save because I picked up a mission. That's why. Okay, fine. No, I don't want to talk. I'm not used to a bunch of people, like, sitting here. I don't know, like, they're NPCs on my Switch, they just barely ever sit there, so I'm kind of just shocked, and I keep talking to this guy on accident. I've done it probably a million times. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take on our first of the 5-star quests, and we're going to go after the Nargacuga. So, as always, we have eaten, we've picked up our quest, and now it is ready, or it's time, sorry, it is time for us to depart.
Now here is a creature with smugness and guts. Haughty and arrogant. Look as it struts. Enter its turf and suffer your fate. Watch as its eyes fill with rancor and hate. Don't try to run. It's already too late.
I always feel like Nargacuga is like a mixture of an owl, a bat, and like maybe a Tasmanian devil. I really don't know. Sometimes I really have a hard time discerning like what creatures are what. But I am really excited that we are returning to the Shrine Ruins. I really do love the Shrine Ruins. Like, I don't know, it's a beautiful place. I always love like ancient, like foggy terrain, misty mountains, like, you know, green, earth reclaiming ancient civilizations. Like, I don't know, something about that aesthetic just, I love it so much. So, maybe that's weird, I don't know, but I've always loved it. I've always just greatly enjoyed it. So. But yeah, Nargacuga, I'm trying to think about like the movesets and stuff, but I really don't remember. Nargacuga's not one that I actually run into very often, just because, like, again, it's not really anything I can use. Okay, so the blades on its elbows for its wings are armored, so we are barely doing any damage to it. It is also very fast. I know that when its eyes start to like stream red, that's when you're in a lot of trouble. Oh, okay. Tail has darts, probably poison. Maybe not though, but all I know is that it's probably going to cause some sort of status effect that I really don't want to deal with. But yeah, 5-star quests. I can already see the difference in challenge, just because like the one hit that I've gotten so far has done a pretty good chunk of damage. Still nothing that we really have to worry about too much. So, some people complained that there just was not enough blood in Monster Hunter Rise, and I'm not saying I disagree. I think that there should be more, because here's the thing, I've seen other Monster Hunter games, I've like watched people play them, and like I was honestly really surprised at how gruesome they were. The first Monster Hunter game was actually rated M for mature, which I think is crazy. But man, I really wish, like, Monster Hunter was still rated M for mature. Like, I don't know. I don't see how it would be, per se, just given the fact that it's about as violent as, any game hunting monsters would be. And obviously, like, the themes in it don't really, I guess, really, to me, justify making it M for mature. It's not like there's nudity, it's not like there's anything like that, it's just, you are a hunter, you fight monster. You know? Man, it has such a cool roar. So I was actually just thinking about, like, what would it take to make Monster Hunter rated M for mature? And depending on what that is, like, what would, like, I don't know, like, how, in what ways would they implement that in a Monster Hunter game? You know? I could see maybe if they had, like, relationships with NPCs, or if there was, like, a really big, like, storyline that had to do with very, intense subject matter, then it would be rated M for mature. I think if there was an actual, like, villain, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, not just a monster villain, but if there was an actual, like, human or humanoid villain, that caused a lot of chaos, then I feel like maybe? I don't know, it's just so weird to me to think about. But yeah, I saw someone talking about how, you know, the original Monster Hunter was like the first, or the only one that was rated M for mature, and I was like, that is insane. You know, it's just not really something I tend to think about. So. And I also have a question, I guess, for, like, Monster Hunter fans. So I was looking at the PSP versions, and the reason why is because... Ooh, nice! And the reason why was because my first actual encounter with Monster Hunter, like, playing it, was I bought a jailbroke, PSP from a soldier, in Germany. And one of the games on there was Monster Hunter. And obviously, like, it was all in Japanese. Like, it was all in Japanese. I couldn't tell you which game it was. I know it's not one that we have in the US, at least I don't think. Whoa. And all I remember is that it was in Japanese. I couldn't understand a bit of it. Occasionally, like, the button inputs would, like, tell you what they were in English. Like, some instructions would be in English, but ultimately it was still in Japanese. Like, obviously this was a pirated game. But yeah, all I remember, really, is that I could not, for the life of me, figure out the missions, figure out what I was supposed to do. Like, had no freaking clue whatsoever, like, what I was doing. And I remember I made a character, and I think that's about all I managed to do. I think I tried to get into the hub. I don't know, I guess I saw that I had to play with other players, but I couldn't really figure out, like, the button inputs.
I'll help myself,
So,
thank you.
I didn't really get very far. Now, if I could find a version, I guess, that, had a better English translation, that was a bit more accessible, then I would probably play that. But I guess my question is I was thinking about Monster Hunter Freedom, and I was thinking about Monster Hunter Freedom, Freedom 2, and Freedom Unite. So, if someone could tell me, is Monster Hunter Freedom, is that just a remake of the original Monster Hunter? Because from what I've seen, or at least from what I've heard, a lot of people make it sound that way. In which case, is Freedom Unite, or is Freedom 2, is that Monster Hunter DOS? Was that, like, the only Americanized version of Monster Hunter DOS? I guess I don't really understand, like, what it is. So I'm just trying to figure that out, you know?
Some humans.
Because, like, I wouldn't mind getting a PSP. PSPs are relatively cheap. But yeah, PSPs are relatively cheap, and not only are they relatively cheap, but the PSP games are also relatively cheap. And while I wouldn't really be able to record it or anything, at least, well, I could probably figure out a way to do it, but yeah, like, I probably wouldn't record it, but it's like, it's just something I really just want to experience, you know? And I don't know. So I was just wondering, I mean, I could probably research it, obviously, and I'm probably going to after I make this video, but at the same time, I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, well, you know, I still have my PlayStation 2, and so I don't have a problem buying the original Monster Hunter. It's actually not expensive. I mean, you're talking, like, you're talking freaking, what was it, 35 bucks plus shipping? Like, that's nothing. I would think the original Monster Hunter was, like, a lot more expensive, but I guess it was just such a niche thing that a lot of people just didn't really care for it that much. And I mean, granted, from what I've seen of it, yeah, I mean, it's probably not great to play. It's wonky at best. But yeah, someone said that Monster Hunter is just really super niche, and I thought that that would actually drive the price up, but I guess not. So I thought about maybe starting a Monster Hunter collection, kind of getting the classic games and experiencing them for myself. But yeah, I was thinking about getting the PSP games, and I thought, you know, if Freedom, Freedom 2, and Freedom Unite are all just kind of like remakes of the older games or whatever, then I'd give those a shot. Oh, I hope I can make it to this monster part before it logs me. Ugh, there we go.
A major step forward.
Nice. Oh, free Wyvern tier. We love to see it.
Laughably easy.
I wanted this video to be a little bit shorter, but I actually ended up like going a little bit over than what I thought. I thought it'd only be like 35 minutes, but man, Nargacuga in that armor, dude. No bueno. Ooh, we got new support moves too. Nice, nice, nice. Of course, it didn't help that I went and looked for the relic record when I could have just killed Pookie a lot easier, but... Alrighty, so that is all we have for this episode. We're just keeping it to 3 monsters today because we're already at nearly 50 minutes. But thank you all so much for joining me. I'm still having a blast with this series. I think it's great. But yeah, anyways, for the sake of Kamura. But yeah, no, like I said, I'm really enjoying this series so far. I'm actually looking forward to getting back into the swing of things with more of these 5-star quests. Soon we are going to get to the point where we are going to have to go into the hub. We are going to have to play with other people. We're going to have to get into all that so that we can continue the story and we can fight even more powerful monsters before we go into Sunbreak. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoy these videos. Feel free to leave me a comment. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright. Bye, you guys.